This might trigger a lot of people, but it's heavy on my heart, and I'm gonna say it anyways. Providing, hustling, grinding, all those, just the whole culture of grinding, the culture of working, especially for Asians. It sounds noble, but in all honesty, it's the most spiritual way that a man can hide. And what do I mean by that? I used to take care of the kids all afternoon until my wife gets home from work, and we'd have dinner together, we'd have a nice time together, but right as nighttime, bedtime routine starts, I would cut out. And I had set aside that time for myself to trade the Asia session, which is around 6 p.m. West Coast time. And it made me sound noble, like I was working at the end of the day, taking on more hours, taking on more risk, that I was to provide for my family, put money on the table, that I was part of discipline, that I was part of the grind. But it was a lie. In trading, inactivity is king. So I'd get down here and I'd scroll on my phone, I'd wait for my setup. Some days there wouldn't be anything. Some days I would take a bad trade and be distracted. But the overarching theme was that I would use this time to escape. I would come down to the computer and be distracted by a different tab, or put on YouTube TV and put a game on in the background while I was just waiting for the charts to show something. And I told you the whole story, right? Most of corporate jobs, most of white collar jobs in America are easy. And while your attention is taken away and you're on a spreadsheet, on a meeting, on a Word doc, whatever it is, on a coding platform, whatever it is, you could be distracted, you could be busy, you could be working, but it is not hard. You can glance away at your phone, you can chat on Teams with your colleagues, and you can chat with your partner on your phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy. Your attention isn't all divvied away. But you can't do that with a toddler. They'll hurt themselves, right? You can't just be on your computer with a toddler. They'll ask, they'll demand of you your attention, your interaction. The hustle, the grind isn't noble. It's just an escape, and I get it. The 2, 3, 4 hours that I have per day where I'm working and I have help from my village, starting from the New York Open Asian session, it feels like a vacation just because I have help with the kids. So I'm telling you, it's all balance. I'm not telling you don't work, right? That wouldn't make sense. But don't you ever say that stay-at-home moms have an easy job. I didn't complain about laundry or cleaning or cooking. It's taking care of the kids because they demand so much out of you, because it's easy to do a bad job. But it takes so much out of you to do an amazing job, and that's what I strive for as a dad. So yeah, providing is just a spiritual way for men to escape, right? Hustle. But you can get a beer at lunch.